The void of space stretched endlessly, a black canvas dotted with distant stars, silent except for the faint hum of the Aurora's engines. Captain Alara Miles leaned over the bridge console, eyes scanning the outer colony's sensor grid. It had been decades since any uncharted anomaly had appeared here, and for all practical purposes, the void was empty. That was why the sudden blip on the scanner made her stomach tighten. The object was massive, hulking, and unmistakably artificial. Its hull was blackened and scarred, as though it had endured a dozen supernovae, yet it drifted steadily, almost deliberately, toward the Sol cluster. The AI identified it immediately, the black ship. Missing for over 30 years, it had been presumed lost after its last mission to explore the uncharted Hades Rift. No crew had ever returned, and yet, here it was, alive, or at least moving. Then the transmission began. A faint, distorted human voice repeated a single word over and over. Warning. Alara's fingers hovered over the communicator panel, her heart pounding. This isn't a trick, she muttered to herself. It's them, or something they brought back. Against protocol, she ordered the ship into intercept course. As the Aurora approached, the black ship's surface revealed jagged scorch marks and dents, and strange energy readings pulsed along its hull. Lights flickered across its surface in an irregular pattern, as if the ship itself were breathing. Alara activated the boarding pod, her crew tense and silent. Every instinct screamed danger, yet she couldn't turn away. The black ship had returned for a reason, and the echoes of its past would not remain buried. Stepping into the airlock, she knew one thing. What awaited inside could change humanity forever, or destroy it. The air inside the black ship was stale, heavy with the scent of burnt circuits and metallic decay. Alara's boots echoed against the metal floors as she moved cautiously through the dimly lit corridors. Flickering lights cast long, twisted shadows that seemed to writhe along the walls, as if the ship itself were alive and watching. Her crew followed silently, each step measured. The ship's AI systems were partially active, repeating fragmented logs and distorted voices. All systems nominal. Contamination contained. Mission failed. The words looped endlessly, a haunting reminder of the ship's lost history. Holographic projections of the crew appeared in pockets of space, frozen in time, performing routines they would never finish. Their faces were pale, eyes wide with terror, expressions etched into eternity. Alara's chest tightened. Something had gone horribly wrong here. As she explored deeper, she noticed subtle, unnatural movements, shadows that lingered longer than they should, whispers that didn't match any recording. Her hand instinctively hovered over her sidearm. In the observation deck, a hollow projection flickered to life, showing the ship's last moments before it disappeared into the Hades Rift. The crew moved frantically, warning of a presence they could not name. The energy readings matched nothing in known human science. It wasn't an accident, murmured one of her officers, voice trembling. Whatever happened here, it's still alive. Alara nodded grimly. The ship wasn't just haunted by memories. It carried a parasitic entity that had trapped the crew's consciousness in endless loops. Their minds were alive, yet imprisoned, and the black ship itself seemed to be learning, adapting. She realized the horrifying truth. This vessel wasn't just returning as a relic. It had a purpose. Something was coming with it, something that had waited decades to reach humanity, and its arrival would not be benign. The warning wasn't just for her. It was for all of them. Alara stepped into the cargo bay, and the hum of energy hit her like a physical force. The chamber was vast, filled with crates and containment units, but her eyes were drawn to the largest of all, a sleek, obsidian container pulsing with an otherworldly light. As she approached, the air around it shimmered, bending like heat waves on a desert plain. The artifact inside floated within a suspension field, glowing with a rhythm that felt almost alive. Strange symbols, unreadable yet eerily familiar, spiraled across its surface. As Alara reached out, images flashed in her mind, cities burning in alternate timelines, skies filled with warships, and humans transformed by the artifact's influence. She staggered back, heart racing. This wasn't alien technology. It was human, engineered by minds yet unborn, from a future that never came to pass. Arms outstretched, the artifact pulsed stronger, as if testing her resolve. Her comms crackled with warnings from the Aurora, but the vision drowned them out. She saw the black ship moving as if conscious, corridors bending unnaturally, guiding her to the artifact. She realized it wasn't just a cargo. It was the ship's core, its heart, its consciousness, and the reason the vessel had returned. This can change everything," she whispered, awe and fear colliding. "Or it could destroy everything we know." One of her officers stepped forward, hand shaking. "Captain, the energy readings are spiking. It's feeding off the ship, maybe even us." Alara's gaze hardened. She understood the stakes now. The artifact carried knowledge, power, and temptation. Humanity could harness it to prevent wars, cure disease, even reshape reality itself, or it could consume them entirely. The black ship hadn't just brought back a warning, it had delivered a choice, and the moment of decision was coming faster than any of them were ready for. The black ship shuddered violently as the artifact's energy surged, filling the cargo bay with golden light that twisted the walls and floors like liquid metal. Alarms blared, echoing through the corridors, but Alara barely noticed. Her focus was entirely on the artifact, the pulsing heart of the ship, now thrumming in rhythm with her own pulse. "It's destabilizing," one of her officers shouted, fear in his voice. "The energy readings are off the charts. If this keeps up, the ship could tear itself apart, or worse, drag the colonies into the rift." Ilara's mind raced. Every instinct screamed to destroy the artifact, to eliminate the threat before it could consume them all. But as she stared at it, she felt something else, a voice not spoken aloud, but transmitted directly into her mind. It offered knowledge, power, and visions of humanity's potential, unbound by wars, poverty, or disease. Her hand trembled over the control panel. One choice could end the artifact and the threat it carried, sealing the black ship in the void forever. The other could harness its power, risking corruption, madness, or a future none of them could control. The ship itself seemed to wait, patient and sentient, as though aware that the decision would define everything. The holographic images of the original crew flickered around her, pleading, warning, begging. Their endless loops of terror seemed almost human now, a reflection of what could happen if the artifact's power went unchecked. Alara took a deep breath, fingers steadying. She initiated the stabilization sequence, channeling the ship's energy through fail-safe protocols she had improvised. The artifact pulsed violently one last time before settling into a soft, controlled glow. The black ship stopped trembling, lights steady, corridors still. She stepped back, exhausted but resolute. Humanity had survived the gift, and the warning. What the black ship had brought back was not just a relic of a lost mission, it was a choice, one that could shape the future for generations to come.